The best thing you can do for a cryptocurrency is having an income. Not even just an income, a stable income. Alright guys, welcome to another video. So this video is a follow-up from last week's episode. So if you missed out on last week's video, I'm going to have the link in the description below. But to give you the gist of it, the video is about a type of passive income generating asset that almost nobody knows about and how you can benefit from it. So in this episode, I'm going to be diving into a much more detailed analysis of how much of this asset you need to hold. And in order to do that, we will also need to know how much in passive income we need to make in order to achieve financial freedom. So by the end of this video, you would know how to calculate how much you need to make in order to achieve financial freedom, and also you would also know the right amount of assets you need to hold in order to achieve that goal. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to be starting with is, first of all, we have to do a calculation of how much in passive income do I need to make in order to achieve financial freedom. But in order to do that, you need to know how much do you spend on liabilities, right? So how much do I take from myself in order to pay for things, in order for myself to survive, basically. Now, obviously, this isn't a very detailed example, but it still gives you the gist of it, of what you need to do in order to table down this calculation. So you can see in my rent here, I put in $1,700, which is just an example, but your rent can be totally different, or you might not even have rent. So you might have other expenses that you make, right? And you can see in my expenses here, I put in $3,000 a year. So you can see in my rent, when you break that into 12 months, I have a $142 a month, and then my expenses, I have a $250 a month. So when you're putting down, or when you're tabling down what you spend on yourself or on your family in order to survive, basically it helps you arrive at a figure that you know you need to make in order to be financially free. What is financial freedom? Financial freedom is basically when you do not need to rely on anybody, or you don't need to rely on the work of your hands in order to make money, and make money that can help you live your day-to-day life and even do much more than that. So with this example, like for my rent, right, I put it at $1,700, which is like about ₦1 million a year. So if I'm to divide, or if I'm to multiply 1,700 times the current exchange rate of, let me just say 600 naira, right? Now I live in Nigeria. If you are living in another country, obviously you can do this calculation for yourself. In fact, it doesn't even matter if you're into cryptocurrency or not. This practice is very, very, very important for everybody to do in order to know what they need to make in order to achieve financial freedom. Because if you do not know what you need to make in order to achieve financial freedom, you just keep working day to day, and you just keep trying to start a business or do one thing or the other without a goal in mind of what you need to do in order to achieve financial freedom. Now with this my rent, this example, I've come to a conclusion that I'll be paying ₦1 million in rent per year. With this $1,700, which is about just over ₦1 million, I'm able to break down how much I need to make per month from this passive income asset, and you can see it arrives at $142. The reason why I'm putting this in dollars is because really these assets are dominated in dollars, and I'm sure those of you who watched last week's video already knows I'm talking about cryptocurrencies that enable staking on their platform. So to make it easier for everybody, they are all dominated in US dollars. So $142 a month, that is basically let's calculate that. $142 a month, which means I need to make 85,200 naira every month just for my house rent. Now there is a website to help you determine how much you may be paying for rent, or how much you need to pay for rent and other stuff. So if you don't live in your own apartment or in your own house, or you don't live where you would like to stay right now, you could use this website, Nigerian Property Center. You can have, I'm going to have the link in the description below. I stay in Lagos, so that is where this price is coming from. But if you stay in any other place, you can also put in your state and to show you the average price price for, in this case, 3-bedroom in Lagos is currently an average price of 3.4 million naira a year. But you can see down here we have different places and different prices. So even though the average price is 3.4 million naira per year, you can look for where you would actually like to stay. Like for example, you can even see places as cheap as 1 million naira. So you see, my rent, I said I would like to pay 1 million naira, right? So it means I'll be staying in somewhere like Oshodi or Kosofe or something like that. But if I want to pay something low, I would have to be staying somewhere like Ojo, Alimosho, Agege, and other stuff. So you can see the rent keeps going down and down and down. So that can give you an idea of, okay, I'm not living in a place right now, but by the time I achieve financial freedom, I would like to be living in this place. So what is the price? What is the average price for a house in that place? And you can also look for houses for sale, for rent, look at market trends and other stuff. So it's a pretty helpful website in helping to help you look at where you would like to stay in order to be comfortable. All right, so talking about expenses, I put it at $3,000 a year, which is about $250 a month. So which means I would need to be making $250 just to take care of my expenses, like fueling my car, taking care of the family, eating food, all this type of stuff is what I need to make per month. So I need to make, on top of my 85,000 naira, 150,000 naira per month just to enable me to be able to live a comfortable life. If I multiply it by 12, that is 1.8 million naira. So I'm spending 1.8 million naira on just taking care of myself or me and my family per year, right? So if you're adding it plus, you know, the original price on rent of 1 million naira, I need to be making 2.8 million naira at least per year, right, in order to survive. So like I said, I'd like to remind you guys, this is an example. Your own calculation could be different, so please put that in mind and calculate accordingly. So from this example, we've been able to arrive at the fact that I'll need to make $392, approximately $400, which is around 235,000 naira per month, just to be able to live my life, quit my job, do what I would like to do, and basically, you know, just have freedom. So now that we have this figure, okay, so let's keep our mind on $392. That's what I need to make at least per month in order to be able to achieve financial freedom, right? So with that being said, we're now going to go over to a website that has been very, very helpful to me. So basically, it can help you determine the cryptocurrency that you would like to start accumulating, and then also it's also be able to help you calculate how much of this cryptocurrency you need to hold in order to basically achieve this goal of, in this our example, $392. All right, so here we go. The website is called Staking Rewards, and I'm going to be having the link in the description below as well. So this website has all the entire cryptocurrencies that enable staking on their network. So we have Ethereum, that's Ethereum 2.0. We have Cardano, Solana, Avalanche. We have many more, but these are just the top 10. But if you come here and then click on view all assets, then it's going to show you all the entire assets, and we can even go down here to like the last one. I think we have about 215 assets, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, 201 assets. Okay, so over 201 assets, and some of them are even worth nothing, but all of them enable you to be able to stake on their network. So I'm not going to be focusing on that, but I just wanted to show you guys that when you're looking for any cryptocurrency that enables staking on its network, this is the website to come to in order to be able to, first of all, look for the one that you're interested in, and then before you can go ahead and do your research and all that stuff, right? This is the website to come to in order to figure that out. Now over here we have the assets, which is basically just the name of the assets. Here we have the price, and then we have by how many percentage has it moved in the last 24 hours. As you can see, the market is kind of down right now, so you can see Ethereum has fallen by 8.2%, Cardano has fallen by 12%, Solana 10%, Avalanche 15%, and so on and so forth. And then this is where is majorly the reason why you even come to this website in the first place, to see which cryptocurrency is offering you a better reward to hold it. Now if you guys have not watched my previous video where I showed you guys some of the ways in which you could make money in the cryptocurrency market, I mentioned staking as well, and I also explained reward. So basically, reward is your APY. How many percentage can you make per year from what you are holding for this cryptocurrency? If you've not watched that video, I'm going to have the link in the description below, because I showed you other ways as well that you can make money in this cryptocurrency market. And then we have the staking market cap. Basically, what staking market cap means is that out of the entire market cap of the cryptocurrency, how much is being staked and what is the total market cap of that. So basically, what market cap means is net worth. So like for example, for Ethereum, we have the Ethereum network is worth $178 billion, right? But the amount that is being staked from it is just $18 billion worth. So the people that are staking from it, their net worth in the network is just worth $18 billion. So that's basically what staking market cap is. And then we have staking ratio. Staking ratio is basically a percentage of this market cap. So staking ratio means out of the entire market cap, how many percentage is being staked. In this case, which is 18 billion, in percentage wise is just 10.54%. So it can help you. This also can help you determine how strong the network is. All right, so in order to go ahead and do our example, we need to calculate how much of these cryptocurrencies that we need to hold. So let's say you've come over here, looked at what you're actually interested in, and then you decide to hold it. You go ahead and click on it. So for this example, I personally like Cardano, and that was the example I gave last week. So I'm just going to stick with Cardano. So with Cardano, I'm going to be making 4.98% just by holding it on average per year. Now you can decide to hold something else. I'm just showing you guys an example. So I'm going to click on Cardano, which is what I'm interested in. And on Cardano, we have over 71% of people staking on the network. So which means almost everybody holding Cardano is making money from it in passive income. That's what that means. So now to do our calculation, how much Cardano we need to hold. All right. Now, instead of using the normal calculator, we're going to go over to advanced calculator. So I'm going to click on advanced calculator, and also in your phone, you should also see an option for advanced calculator. I'm also going to have a screenshot on the screen as well, but if you're using your phone, you'll be able to find this as well. The reason being is that it helps us show how much Cardano we need to hold and how much that will be at a future price. So by clicking on advanced calculator, so when I select ADA and I want to say I want to hold 1000 ADA, for example, then at present price, that is obviously like $523, right? Still the same thing, I'm making $26 per year, right? But let's say Cardano gets to $5. I can come over here, change Cardano's price to $5. Now my 1000 ADA is now $5,000, and then my reward per year is $251. So that is the reason why you want to come to advanced calculator. So be able to project the prices to see how much of these assets we need to hold, so that when their prices reach a certain stage, we'll be able to achieve financial freedom. Now, obviously, there is a risk with this, all right? So if you're holding these cryptocurrencies, their price could stay low for a while, and if you do not do your research, this is why I emphasize, especially in my first video, I said it, that you need to do your research about these cryptocurrencies before you get into them. I personally have done my research about Cardano. I strongly 1000% believe in Cardano. That is my own personal belief, and I believe it's going to go much higher in price, which is why I am accumulating Cardano. So you could accumulate something totally different from what I am accumulating. Like for example, let's use today's price. At today's prices, if you're holding 1000 Cardano, 1000 ADA, that is worth $523, which means that it will cost me $523 to achieve 1000 ADA. But I personally think the amount of ADA that one needs to hold needs to be at least 10,000 at minimum, and you will see why. So which means that if you were to buy Cardano at present prices and you want to just buy this at a lump sum right now, you need to buy or spend at least $5,200 to be able to achieve this goal. The reason being is that when Cardano starts to get to its realistic price that I think Cardano can get to in the next bull run, you start to see that with this you can start to make a good amount of income. But if you are holding a much less amount, which is like 1000 ADA, right, you will need to spend, or you will need to take more time in the cryptocurrency market. That means you will need to wait for like maybe 10-15 years down the road in order for you to start making something very, very tangible from it. But somebody who is holding 10,000 ADA doesn't need to wait as long as you need to wait. All right, so like for me personally, I personally think Cardano can get to $10 in the next bull run. Meaning that if I'm to put in $10, right now Cardano is 52 cents, but by the time it gets to $10, all right, sorry, $10, not $100. By the time it gets to $10, that is very realistic, especially with its current market cap. It's very realistic. It will just be right under Ethereum or close to it, right? Because Cardano is a cryptocurrency that basically does what Ethereum does, but a little bit better. At least that's what they're supposed to do, right? And they've been achieving this goal, so I think that this is very possible. This is why I say you guys should do your research. I've done my research about this, so I understand this, but I don't want to basically bore you guys with the information. But by the time it gets to $10, just by holding 10,000 ADA, you would have $100,000 worth of ADA. All right, and at that point you'll be making $5,000 a year. And then let's come over here to see how much percentage or how much you'll be making per day. So per day you'll be making $13. Per week that will be $96, which is about $100, and then per month you'll be making $400. Now you can see, based on my example that I made, I said we need to make $392, right? So at this point we are now making about $413. So in this situation we are making $20 more than what we require in order for us to achieve financial freedom. Obviously, if you cannot achieve 10,000 ADA today, I am not saying that you need to go and borrow money from somewhere or get a loan or something like that in order to be able to buy into this, or that you even need to do it at a lump sum. All right, you can keep achieving this over the years, but you should know that it's a goal. Now, I know that this cryptocurrency has fallen down in price. It fell all the way from $3 from its high and currently at 52 cents. Most people see the end of the world. Most people see it as a way to just sell out of their cryptocurrency. First of all, you shouldn't be in this market if you do not believe in cryptocurrencies or you do not believe in the long-term viability of these assets. So this stuff that I'm definitely doing has its risk, because I am saying that when Cardano gets to a higher price, I'll be able to make much more money and I'll be able to get much more from passive income. All right, but if you do not believe in it, you don't have to invest in it. You can still go with the traditional assets of getting passive income, or you can just go build a business. In fact, the best thing you can do for a cryptocurrency, if you're getting into the cryptocurrency market, is having an income. Not even just an income, a stable income. That is the best thing you can ever do in order to get into the cryptocurrency market. When you do not have an income, what do you do when the market is coming down? You panic. You don't see advantage in it. This is why in the last video that I made a couple of weeks back, I made a video about what the rich people do when the crypto market is falling down, or when any market in general falls down. What do? They buy into it because they know that it's going to go up anyways at the end of the day. That's what markets do. Markets come down, markets go up. So which means that when other people are fearful and getting out of the market, that is when you want to keep buying and buying. That's why I said in my original video that these assets right now are very cheap, especially with the current downturn in the market. Most people see it as a disadvantage. I see it as an advantage, just like every other rich, wealthy person out there sees it as an advantage. So what you want to do is, if right now you're watching this video and you only have like a certain amount of money in the bank, you have no source of income, my dear, what you need to do is to go use that money to get a business running, or get something running, or anything you need to do, get a job, whatever you need to do, so that you would have a source of income. Because it's from that source of income that you'll be able to get into these markets when they are cheap. That is what makes you keep buying into these things as they keep coming down in price. I personally, right now, if Bitcoin fell to like $27,000 or something like that, I'm not even worried. I am looking for Cardano to even fall to like 40 cents or even 35 cents, so I'll be able to buy more into it. But one thing you should understand in the market is that when the market goes up, it comes back down, and then it goes back up again. But when it comes back down, it drives people who are scared out of the market. And those people who are scared, that are being driven out of the market, they drive the price down some more because they end up selling their stake in the market, right? So which means assets get cheaper. I am looking for these assets to get cheaper so that I'll be able to get into them some more, because that is how you'll be able to achieve this goal of achieving, like, accumulating like up to 10,000 ADA, at least for a start. Now, when Cardano gets to $10, right? Cardano gets to $10, you now have $100,000. At that point, you're already making this much. With $100,000, you can decide to basically move to wherever the hell you want to move to in this world. And guess what? Cardano is not going to stay at $10. This is just a near-term price that I think Cardano will get to easily because of how much they're developing on the network, right? Cardano can get to $20. Can get to $30. Now $100, that is a little bit too high for me. It will need to do much more than it's doing today, and Bitcoin certainly needs to do much more than it's doing today. But I'm saying that in today's market of today, if not that Bitcoin controls the rest of the market, it's still easy for Cardano to get to $10. What happens when Cardano gets to $20? And then that is when you realize about these assets, and then you realize that you should start holding these assets. At that point, it's extremely hard for you to get to 10,000. All right, it's extremely hard because that is for the average person at least. It's not easy to get into this anymore, right? I'm not saying it's still not feasible, because even at $20, there's still room for it to grow. Basically, you would need $200,000 worth of it in order to be able to achieve this goal. All right, so in every downturn of the market, it lies an opportunity for you to be able to get into these assets now. Anyways, sorry for ranting. Now, after you get to 10,000, all right, the next goal should be to get to 100,000. 100,000 is the ultimate goal to hold in ADA. All right, you need to hold 100,000. Now, this is not going to be done in a day, but it needs to be done, period. You're also going to be accumulating these at different prices as well. This is why I make my video about my market reviews, where I basically tell you guys how low could cryptocurrency fall and what price would be the best price to buy it at. That is why I make those videos, so that you'll be able to basically buy it whenever the market comes down a little bit in price or comes down by a lot in price. So you'll be able to buy it cheap, so that when it has fallen by how much it has fallen, the more you'll be able to accumulate of these assets. 100k is the ultimate goal, but the least should be 10k. But let's say you're able to get to 100,000 ADA. At that point, at the cheap price of $10, you'll be getting a $50,000 per year income from it. $50,000, and then on a daily basis, that will be giving you $137 in daily income and about $1,000 a week, a $4,000 a month passive income. Sorry I spent too much time on this, guys, but Cardano is something that I personally love and I believe in. And mind you, it's not the only staking cryptocurrency that I hold or I intend to hold. Now, my second favorite best is Cosmos, because they offer this much and it's actually a good network when you actually do your research on them, right? So for Cosmos, they have a 17% interest rate, right? So which means if you hold 1,000 of it, you'll be getting 170 Cosmos, right? So we can go to the advanced calculator. If you decide that Cosmos is the one you would like to hold, or any other cryptocurrency, guys, like I told you, there are many cryptocurrencies on this website you can check, do your research on, and decide to hold. All right, and mind you guys, sorry I didn't explain this, it's always good for you to want to switch to Atom, right? That is the native cryptocurrency. If you notice, for Cardano, I clicked on this to switch to ADA instead of USD, because you don't really care about the USD, you care about how many of the assets you want to hold. So in this case, this is $1,000, right? So at present prices, if you switch it to Atom, to show you that $1,000 is 137 Atom, right? But you don't really care about the dollar figure, you care about how much of the asset are you holding. This is why I said hold 10,000 ADA, hold 100,000 ADA, or whatever it is, or 1,000, right? I didn't mention anything about dollar. It was afterwards I started mentioning dollar. When ADA gets to a certain price that you want, that is when you can now take the dollar figure into consideration. All right, but when you are accumulating it, you absolutely do not care about the dollar figure. You care about how much of that asset are you holding. All right, so don't be left behind. Obviously, this is not financial advice. You need to do your risk assessment. If you need financial advice, contact a financial advisor and all that stuff. But this is what I strongly believe, and you can also see it yourself if you do your own research, that this is going to be the new passive income of the future. For more videos like this, please click on the subscribe button below and click on the notification bell right next to it. I release new videos every week and you'll be the first to be notified when that happens. And if you'd like to support this channel, ways that are going to be in the description below. If you guys found real value in this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it with people who you think will benefit from it as well. So with that being said, I thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.